Yeah.
said that probably isn't particularly reliable.
Okay. Yeah, this one says 41 degrees.
He took that okay. I'm just gonna grab on the side here.
Okay. So there are rocks on this corner of it.
Yep.
All right, what time we got? It is 3:38. Oh, it's beautiful today. Whew. Oh.
Yeah, the nice one is you can see the rock.
Whoa.
You okay?
Yep, I'm good. Whew. Whew.
Why would you think it's not over your head?
Oh. Okay, no, don't go there.
Hey crew, yesterday I went down to the river again with Gary and Michelle, and we did a quick little soak. And there were some kids down there playing around, and as we got in, Gary was walking out there and he stepped off a ledge and the river's up, and all of a sudden he couldn't hit the bottom anymore, and so he dunked down and he managed to keep his head out of the water, but it was a little scary in the current. You can't tell there, but I was thinking that maybe I was gonna have to jump in after him, but he was totally good. And actually what he said afterwards was he was for some reason trying to keep his hands out of the water and swim with his hands out of the water instead of just treading water. Anyway, we had a nice little dip. He said the temperature was 41 degrees on his thermometer he brought down there. But rather than talk about this soak, I actually want to tell you a little story that I've been meaning to tell you. So last spring at some point, I don't know, in like June or late May, early June, Sarah cleaned out the medicine cabinet in our downstairs bathroom. And in that medicine cabinet, we keep some needles for picking out splinters or lancing infections or that sort of thing. And I'd always had a little bottle of hand sanitizer that I would dip those needles in whenever I used them, just to make sure that they were sterilized. And sometime this summer, I went to get a needle, and the hand sanitizer was gone. And I asked Sarah what she did with it, and she didn't remember. And I was like, I can't believe you took the hand sanitizer. I was just really annoyed. And so it had come up, and we never replaced it. There's a big bottle of hand sanitizer not far away, so I could go over there and use that if I needed to. But I was just kind of annoyed that it wasn't there. And so come end of December, like the last week or so of December, and Sarah's out running some errands, and she comes in, and I go to give her a hug, and I notice there's something in the pocket of her jacket, and I realize it's a little bottle of hand sanitizer. And I was like, you stole the hand sanitizer and you've had it all this time in your pocket. And I can't believe you never said anything about that. And she's like, no. And then turns out she had just gone to the store to buy it as a little Christmas gift joke. And so I gave her a really bad time about it. And and the thing is, because she'd just gone to buy it as a joke, she was trying to hide it from me, right? So when I touched it, she looked super guilty, and then she like quickly tried to hide it and said, it's nothing. And so I totally, initially thought, I can't believe that you've had this the whole time. And then she's like, oh, I just bought this. I was going to wrap it up and give it to you as a Christmas present. And I was like, oh. And then I felt kind of stupid. So then we went over, for Christmas and at Deb's house, and because we don't give a lot of Christmas presents, like she and her boys have a lot of presents, and we have, I got one present from Deb, and then the bottle of hand sanitizer, that was my Christmas present. And so we told this story, and it was kind of funny. And then came back, and then that's not the end of the story. Just this last week, I was looking for something relating to my backpacking gear. I can't remember what it was. It was a stove or something that we wanted, and I couldn't figure out where I'd put it. And actually, I never found it, whatever it was I was looking for. But so I'm going through all my backpacking gear, and I get to my little cat hole kit with toilet paper and a little trowel. And of course, yeah, you already know, there's the bottle of hand sanitizer that I took out of the medicine cabinet before I went down to do a section of the Pacific Crest Trail last spring. And so I actually called Sarah and I said, Sarah, come here, there's something I gotta show you. And she said, what? And you gotta promise you're not gonna divorce me. And I showed it to her. So anyway, yeah, so the whole thing I've given her hell about this for the last 7 months, about throwing out, getting rid of the hand sanitizer that I wanted to use. And it turns out, not surprisingly, I had moved it. So now if I can only find the pocket knife that I lost, I would be much happier. I'm sure that she did something with it. Anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'll talk to you later.